In this video, we're gonna talk about how to price yourself as a basketball trainer. I'm JQ, I'm a basketball trainer who's been training for the past 7 years. And today I'm gonna tell you how I price my stuff. And today I'm gonna tell you how I charge players, how I price myself, and how you should do it as well. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at JQ Basketball Training and leave a like on the video before we begin. All right, so the first thing that I would do as I price myself isn't a pricing strategy, but I would always, in case of getting more clients, offer a free training session or at least a free group session. As a basketball trainer, I'm always trying to train new players, so in order to get them in the door, I will always do a free session. I'm gonna be doing group sessions anyway, so I might as well get more players in, and then from there, I can take that lead and then eventually lead them into one of the pricing strategies that I have. So always offering a free session is gonna get more players in the door, and it's an overall benefit, even though you're missing money on that first session that the player attends. Now, the second thing is monthly recurring revenue. This is how I price myself. So I'll do memberships for players that recur every single month to keep them consistent. Now, there are some trainers who will say, you should only do commitments of 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, maybe even longer, okay? Which is a good thing because you're usually gonna get more money up front, which means you have more capital to work with, more money to spend, all that stuff to keep your business going. But for me, I like to keep it on monthly recurring memberships because I think it satisfies both my ability to see, not necessarily long-term, but at least for months in advance. And so I can be able to see, okay, this is my monthly recurring revenue. I'm gonna be getting it monthly, but also it's not a big enough commitment for some parents, because if some parents can't commit for 6 months, 12 months, they can still commit for 1 month, and then if they see results, if they enjoy the training, they're gonna continue on with their monthly membership. So that is how I like to do it for my group sessions. For private training, it's a little bit different. I like to do packages. So packages are where you're gonna have your fee for your private training for 1 hour. And then from there, what you can do is create packages for 5 sessions, 10 sessions, 20 sessions, however many sessions you want to do, and then they pay that amount up front, making the amount of money that you pay per session less. So you get more money up front, like I said. The reason why I do this with private training is because private training is more one-off for me. I like to do a lot more group sessions. I like to do a lot of like 3-on-3 runs, things like that. So I like to have more players in the gym, obviously, because that makes more revenue. So I like to do my groups, and then in hours when I'm off or I have the ability to train privately, I can do that as well if players need to work on certain things. So for me, private sessions are much less than my group sessions when it comes to the amount of times that I do them per week. But along with that, you can get, in this gym, there's a lot of dead time in the morning. So if I can train during the morning, I want to get that revenue. Now, as far as my pricing itself, currently how it runs is if players are going to do 1 group session per week in the gym, it's going to be $168 a month. 2 group sessions per week, $298 a month. 3 sessions per week, $398 a month. And I usually fit between 8 and 14 players in the gym at one time for my sessions. So again, I have this for all age groups from young ballers, 5 years old, all the way through varsity players. So that is my current pricing. I do offer drop-in pricing as well. So if players want to come in for 1 session, they can drop in, but the price for each session goes up quite a bit. So if you're just going to drop in, obviously you want players committed monthly, or at least, you want them committed. So if they're not committed, you're going to have to, obviously charge them for it. So make sure that you guys have that option as well if you want to get more players in. But again, it's up to you guys how you want to price it. There's some trainers who will say, I only do 6-month, 12-month commitments. So again, it's up to you guys how you want to price it in that way. And then my last point I want to make on pricing is that pricing should always go up. So when you're a basketball trainer, you can't stay stagnant. Your experience continues to grow. Your ability to train players continues to grow. Your knowledge continues to grow. So you might as well continue to charge more and more as years go on. You should tick up your prices every 6 months, 12 months for new players. For me, I don't like to charge any of my old clients anymore because they've been with me since I was training at the park or since I was training in the first gym or have been training for a long time. But I will raise it on players who are new because obviously my time is worth more and more and more. And if players want to get in on that, they're gonna have to pay more. So again, this is not a charity. This is not a business where you do a ton of work for free. Again, you might have to do that at the beginning, but eventually you're gonna have to charge for your services. And if you don't have a margin, you don't have a mission. So make sure that you guys are charging for your training adequately, okay? You can't undercharge for your hours and your time. Your time is very valuable. You could be doing it spending anything. So if you're gonna spend it in the gym or spend it training players outside or spend it training players anywhere, then make sure that you are charging enough so that way you can live a good life. And if you guys want to learn more about starting your own basketball training facility, I have a free course linked in my description. You guys need to go check that out right now. And if you want even more help, I do consulting calls and even gym build outs. So if you're interested in starting a facility, make sure you guys go check that out, and we'll see you guys in the next video.